All right, welcome in, welcome back. I apologize, everybody. Running a little late tonight, but nonetheless, we are here. Um, Ohio State has kicked off. Buckeyes, Miami kicked off. Miami starts with it. So here we go. Also, we're doing a post-game show tonight. If you're new here, first time to the show, give us a like and subscribe. That helps us a ton. So, looks like Miami's going to have to go 3 and out on the first drive. So there is that. Also, man, just doink, missed it, dropped it. So there is that. Appreciate everybody. Also, we're going to be doing a post-game show tonight. And Miami is going to punt. They bring out the punt team. Ooh. All right. So there is that. Like the pinned comment says, who wins tonight, Miami over Ohio State? Let's see it in the chat. Also, all you guys watching on Twitter, you can also come on over to YouTube and hang out and chat it up with us. Also, maybe in the second half, we'll open the phone lines a little bit depending on how it goes. So Buckeyes get their first crack at it here. Yeah, Ohio State's going to come out and they're going to – it's going to be a tough night to run the ball. I do know that much. If Ohio State can break 100 yards rushing, they got a good chance at it. But oof, man. So there's that. Just checking on some other stuff here. Huh. Wow. Little rippy action going back and forth. So here we go. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's not good. Miami fans are rejoicing after that one. Okay. So there's that. Miami gets home. Ohio State punt team coming out now. Yep, there's that. So going the other way, first media timeout of the night. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I don't know if I want to do that or not. So there's that. Also, if you're new, do us the biggest favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Also, we're going to do post-game show after the whistle goes dead. We'll probably give it like 10 or 15 minutes in between time. Also, like to see your score predictions in the chat as well. So we're just hanging out. like to see here. What we got going. Just looking at some analytics stuff from when I went on vacation. So there is that. I don't know, maybe depending on how this goes, seeing a lot of the sharps out there were on the under for this evening's college football playoff game as well. A lot of the sharps were on the under. I think it was at 40.5. So we'll see. I think I got Miami at plus 9.5. And I sprinkled a little bit on the under and on some of the Miami money line as well. Just looking at some stuff here. All right. Posting this there. Proud of that one. So there's that. Appreciate all the folks in coming to hang out. See what we got going here. Miami starts in pretty good field position. I'll be interested to see, because I think like the top 3 run defenses were Oklahoma, Miami, Indiana, and Ohio State. So we'll see. Malachi Tony. Nowhere to go with it. I will say this much: this will be a rough one for the Buckeye fans to swallow if they lose this one, because you can make the argument that this year's unit is better than last year's unit. So we'll see. Miami kind of wearing the traditional white, although I do think that's a good look for the Canes. It's a clean look. I think that's going to be the tail of the tape for this evening, is who can stop the 3 yards in a cloud of dust the most and do it most consistently and stay out of the big play. Can Carson Beck make enough plays to keep Miami rolling? That is the big thing here. Oof. I will say Ohio State is getting stonewalled at the line of scrimmage. They haven't, I don't think, put a ton of pressure on Beck yet, but he hasn't really loaded up and threw it either. It's just been check down Charlie. See some stickers coming off of one player, Miami's helmet. It's like the equipment staff just cringes when that happens. The good old Cotton Bowl at Jerry's World. Almost got to him, but that's delivers a strike there. So there's that. Also, we got, games tomorrow, noon, 4 o'clock, and 8. Man. Yeah, that Arvell Reese, I would say he's probably going to be a top 10 pick. Sonny Styles coming out. That's not good. Not good for the Buckeyes. Also, we went from the traditional white to the gold. Oh. Went to the gold for the playoff. So here we go. Malachi Tony, Liberty City, 18 years old. Man, the kid. Okay. Doesn't get there. It'll be another 3rd and short. We'll see if the Mario Cristobal, Mario being Mario, creeps up in this game tonight. Because you have 2 coaches in this that win a bunch of games, but they're also, when the game gets tight, they are notoriously susceptible to making a bad decision. Mario's saying, we're just going to line it up and run it at you. Ooh. Ohio State ball. Buckeyes come up with it. Miami puts it on the turf. I'm going to have to see what that looks like again. Who was that? Peyton Pierce? Yep, just punched it right out. Peyton Pierce. So yeah, there's that. So there's that. Hold on one sec. All right, we're back. Appreciate all 139 of you in here. If you can do us the biggest favor and hit that like and subscribe button, that helps us a ton. Just looking at some other things here. Another media timeout. Another media timeout. All right. What do we got? Appreciate everybody. I don't know. Probably in the second half, we'll open the phone lines. It's kind of rough on this media side of things when they have these media timeouts that are all of almost 4 minutes in the playoffs. But I get it. The advertisers got to get their money. All right, get that retweeted. Appreciate everybody, and also for the folks that are whining about not showing the game on YouTube. You can't show the game. That's how you get sued. I get it. You know, some people, when Dana White put the kiboshes to Stream East, that really dampened some folks. But see Hartline there in the huddle coaching up Jeremiah Smith. He is the coach at USF. Awesome that we got college football coaches taking Old Tex Big 12 kicks butt. Ha! We're going to find out at high noon tomorrow. I can tell you that much. We will find out at high noon. Also, I was going to throw it out there. You guys want me to open the phone lines now? And also, for the new folks out here, we take a break at halftime. Yeah, Jeremiah Smith is a mutant. Also, I smoked a pork butt today. Let me see if I can email that to me, and I will let me see here, and then I'll show the smoked pork butt today. Let me go to this email. Compose to. All right, attachment photo. Getting that uploaded for everybody. We'll have to see. It was announced earlier that I think it was Tegra was out. I want to say, is that who Thamel put it out there with? Let me look. Another one on the ground. Where are we at? Ohio, former redshirt freshman Tegra Tishkabolo out tonight. Yeah, that's what I thought. How do I do that? There we go. I'll have that up in a second. I gotta download it and upload it. Ooh, no PI. Wow. Carnell Tate got shoved down. Tough crowd tonight. SEC officials. Open this up. And then bang. That was the pork butt I smoked tonight. Letting that rest. Also, it was uncatchable too. So the punt unit on again for the Buckeyes. We may go through this whole first quarter with no points. So there is that. Fair catch. All right, another media timeout. Man, look at all that revenue the old Jerry's making off of parking. That's where we're at. Although I do kind of like the standalone games one night before everything else kicks off. A lot of portal news going on right now. Just reading some of the other chats that I'm involved with. Also, I guess I'll throw it up to you guys. Should I open the phone lines in the second half, or open them right now? That's what I was kind of thinking about, but Just looking at some other stuff. Seeing what the internet is saying. No, don't need that. Come on. That's not what I wanted, but appreciate all 189 of you in here. Doing this. Got to go back over here. It's hard to get stuff tweeted whenever when you're a one-man band. I do know that much. All 193, 194 of you in here hanging out. Appreciate you. They're showing Cristobal and McAfee yucking it up before the A&M game. Oh yeah, I always forget Jason Taylor's on Miami's coaching staff. Uh-oh. Yeah, you better get down or you're going to get thumped there, Carson. That's the big thing. Gotta get down. This first quarter's not moving particularly quick, but there's that. Also, for the new people that are just finding us for the first time, do us the biggest favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Do a little self-promotion. Oh no, squirts through. So the Canes are in business. The old Urban Meyer adage, 2 first downs and a punt, and it's a successful drive in his opinion. Ooh, that ball almost came out. Ball security's got to be the utmost importance. Ohio State is minus 1 yard rushing. Oh, man. The juice is loose. There's another one. Miami fans are going nuts. Oh, man. That is. Got to wrap him up. That's the big thing. You have him stopped in the backfield, Mark Fletcher. Oh, he fumbled it. A lot of pushing and shoving going on. Not shocked by any of that. I kind of figured it would take it a minute before it would get chippy, but waste no time. They wasted no time in the first quarter. After he dropped that, I would say Caleb Downs forced the fumble there. Oh, man. They got to get Fletcher on the ground. That's the big thing. So there's that. Also, anybody going to drop any score predictions in this? Drop them in the chat if you can. Miami looks confused coming out of the huddle. They had the right thing called there. Caleb Downs hit Caden Curry on the back and said, drop, 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 drop. And he was in the right position. Didn't have his hips turned, but Caden Curry's also a defensive lineman. You got to flip your hips, man. I will say this Buckeyes defense, Sonny Styles and Arvel Reese are coming out to hit tonight. I guess we'll have to see who's going to draw first blood here. Miami is marching, but Ohio State is making them earn every yard. I will say that much. Matt Patricia's, calling, I think, a good defensive game. It's just in and out, in and out, in and out. Let's see what Shannon Dawson's got dialed up here. So I'm looking for Dawson to take a shot at some point. I think he's going to try to take a shot on this drive. But I will say Miami is having a ton of success on running it on the early downs. Probably one more play, and then that's going to be the close of the first quarter. It'll be what? I would say they're probably going to do the same thing, hand the rock off. Miami goes in. He's going to be short. It's going to be a 3rd and 1 coming out after the break. So there is that. Mario is going to. It seems like he's not going to shy away from running it right up there. So Miami comes out making a statement, running the ball early. And they're having some success at doing that. See what we got here. All right. So there's that. Oh, yeah. Can't waste a shot on the Modelo Recruiter. So does anybody got any score predictions on Miami, Ohio State, the game we got going right now? Appreciate all 251 of you in here across all platforms. I gotta make sure the audio is right. So, all right. Julian's saying 1 of 3 for 10 yards. Bo Jackson, 3 carries for 9 yards. Sand took the 1 sack. Jeremiah Smith with the only offensive catch. Downs, Curry, Igbinosun, Jermaine Matthews, Cade McDonald, all the Ohio State leading tacklers. Carson Beck at the end of the first quarter, 6 for 9, 54 yards. Mark Fletcher Jr., 7 carries, 30 yards. Beck has 2 carries for 12. CJ Daniels, 2 catches, 22 yards. Malachi Toney, 2 catches, 9 yards. Mark Fletcher Jr., 1 catch, 16 yards. Fletcher also with the fumble. So team stats so far, Miami's 2 of 4 on third down, Ohio State 0 of 2. 110 total yards, Ohio State 9 total yards. So kind of the tail of the first half. You know, we always got to get the coach interview in, you know. How could we not? So there is that. Those are the stats. Second quarter starting now. This game started at 7:30. I think Miami's just going to try to pound the rock all night. Carson Beck, throw it when you need to and pound the rock. All right. Miami, do they have an extra O lineman in there? Oh, CJ Daniels steps out. Miami sniffing closer to that end zone. I'm sure they have flashbacks of last weekend at College Station. 3rd and 2. Looks like Miami's changing personnel. Looks like Miami has extra offensive linemen in there. Oh, that was a good play call. That was good. Carson Beck acts like he's going to run to the overloaded side, pulls up, slings it back to Mark Fletcher, and Fletcher's in for the touchdown. All right, the Miami kicking game, that has been oh my God. There we go. So that guy's not spamming us. They had 7 offensive linemen with a tight end. Oh, Sonny didn't see it until the last second before it was too late. He didn't see it until it was too late. Miami up 7-0. Ohio State's going to get it back. Ryan Day and the Buckeyes, I don't think, can afford a 3-and-out here. because if they take 2 minutes off the clock, I don't know. It might limit them to 4 possessions. 4 possessions in the first half. That's the one thing you can do if you can't cover them. Don't give them the ball back. That's the big thing. Also, we're going to be doing a post-game show about 15 minutes after. About 15 minutes after the last whistle. Just looking at some other things, seeing what it is. Oh, of course, Yoder's there. Ooh, that's not a good day. Reading something there for somebody else. Mark Fletcher touchdown. There's that. Appreciate all 271. Sorry, it's the media timeouts are rough. Media timeouts aren't fun because there's nothing really going on. Wonder if it will give me the drive analysis on that. That's what I wanted. It was a 13 play, 83 yard, 8-minute drive. So that's what you're staring at, Buckeyes. A lot of folks there. I think with the college football playoff, it's a hell of an ask, too. If you're Ohio State, you get people to go to Dallas one weekend and then Arizona the next weekend, or Phoenix. And then you have the national championship, which I think it's in Vegas, maybe. Also, I don't think there's any other bowl games going on right now. Some hoops going on. No hoops tonight. They're all done. St. John's, Georgia, Drexel, UNC Wilmington. Outside of that, calling plays, 9 yards in the first quarter. Uh-oh. Yep. That is what you call a equalizer. Looked like a skinny post and he just ran to it. It looked like Sayin just threw it as far as he could. That was a hell of a throw by Sayin. Just got to get it snapped. Sayin sacked again. Yeah, that was a hell of a pass and throw. Yep, he just beat him on that snap. Huh. All right. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's not good. Mm. That is not good. Wow. I mean, it's still the first half. Miami up 14-0. Just running the other way. Out the gate, 88. Yikes. Huh. We. Man. That is just rough stuff. That. But then again, I will throw this out there for the Buckeye fans. But Notre Dame needed to join a conference. 14-0. Got to get one back. Day needs a score here. Yeah. Ouch. Not good. All right. I guess we'll see where the Buckeyes go from here. That going to be a touchback. So 11:49. Don't take that out. So what do we have here? Herbie's drawing it up. And he just read it all the way. Just read it all the way. They were all over that one. Sayin gets hit again. Yeah. Miami is going to take the approach of try to bully Julian Sand and I wonder what Buckeye message boards look like right now. I am sure that it looks like a bloodbath over there. Bucknuts everywhere. 11 Warriors, all those spots. I guarantee it does. Well, oh man, this guy again. Why do you keep doing this? Doing this to me? All right. See what it's looking like. 2nd and 10. And Sayin just gets pummeled. Uh-oh. That's not a good look. He might have just got the hell knocked out of him. I'm surprised they didn't throw a flag for roughing on that one. Whoop. Just toosh, toosh. He almost gets out of it and he gets his hands, bang, smacks his head on the carpet. So there's that. Quick screen. Gets some of it back, but not enough. Uh-oh. Buckeye punt. As I'm reading on one message board, Ohio State fans want to change at quarterback. I don't know. Judging by that last drive, Miami does what they did last time. You may not get this one back. Just no good. No good. Yeah, that's fascinating. Well, yeah, we got all the armchair quarterbacks. This is just fascinating to watch. Also, people up here lighting off fireworks. It is like it just doesn't help when the offensive line is a turnstile. No good. Oh yeah, we got, what is this? Celebrity cruises. Yeah, I don't know about that. This is interesting. Yeah, I'm just reading some stuff, watching people just lose their minds in a group chat that I'm in. Julian saying is rattled. He's getting thrown around like a rag doll. I don't know. It could turn around. Here's the big thing. Just throw it to 4. It's all you got to do is throw it to 4. He's down there somewhere. Oh, wow. All right. What does... Yep. Oh, wow. They're crushing Julian saying on what I'm reading. The defense is going crazy. What is Igbinosin is pissed about something. We'll see here, but looks like the secondary's having communications issues for Ohio State. A lot of pointing going on. A lot of pointing. A lot of shit talking. I just hope Patricia realizes that he's going to get a steady dose of this. I'd go to the bottom of the screen down here if it was me. Yep. Bang. Free access all day. Minus 8 yards rushing. That is just... I don't know if you can really lay this one at the feet of Patricia. The defenses gave up 1 touchdown and the offenses gave up 1 touchdown. 3rd and 3. This is big. Carson Beck gonna get it. Oh man, that's backbreaking. Backbreaking for the Buckeye defense there. And Miami isn't in a hurry either. Huge running lane right there too. Nobody was open. Also, if you can do us the biggest favor, if you're new here, looks like we got a timeout. Or are they reviewing this? Michael Irvin going nuts. Okay, where's the first down marker? Oh no, are they going to call this targeting? If somebody can help me out in the chat, are they calling this targeting? I think he breaks the plane, but so there's that. They're wanting Shannon Dawson to dial it up, but if I'm Miami, I think you keep on this track. Call overturned. Is that what he just said? Uh-oh, Mario's pissed about something. Miami's got a punt. This is a positive sign for Ohio State here. See if they can make something happen. Brandon Ennis back for the punt. Okay. Oh, no. You got to catch that, bub. Man, Miami flips the field on them. Ooh, that is tough. Man. Oof. Not a good looking half for Ohio State to come out. Day needs a touchdown here desperately to keep. Yeah, there's a lot of Buckeye fans going on about why don't we catch punts. Well, that's a good question. I do know it's a philosophy thing. People are now saying Notre Dame is 0-1 versus the Pop-Tart Bowl. Time for a reload. Why does this damn thing keep spamming my chat? Oh, man. Oh, yeah. The Notre Dame folks and the Ohio State folks are going at it. I love it on Twitter. It is a bloodbath. Almost to halftime here. I will say ABC's not going to disappoint by hey, we got a subscriber. Appreciate whoever subscribed. All right, 550. See what we got cooking here. Can the Buckeyes get on the board? This would be highly of importance to get them on the board. Oh man, Bo Jackson. Why does Ryan Day run stretch? Why run stretch? It's going to get blown up. You can't run stretch against them. They're too fast. They are way too fast to run stretch against. Oh, man. The Buckeye fans are eating Ryan Day alive about play calling. All right, what do you like here? I say hand it off if I'm Ohio State. Just get some positive yards because they're coming after you. Jeez. That's no good, boss. That is no good. Mm. Ooh. Oh man. Miami's going to take over again, almost in Buckeye territory. Not looking good, my friends. Not looking good. Showing a shot of the Miami cheerleaders. Carson Beck is having all day to throw back there. All right. Here we go. Another first down, Miami. Also, at halftime, we are going to take a break. I hate to be that guy, but the way Miami is running the ball, I feel like they're going to pop one here soon. Ohio State minus 7 yards rushing. I just have a feeling they're going to pop one. All right. 334 of you in here. Here comes the screen. It's looking like it's going to be third and 3. All right. Yeah, Dawson wanted to see that, and I think they're going to change personnel. That's what I think they're going to do. We'll take a break. Halftime, they were going to change, go out there, line up. Fiesta Bowl, Peach Bowl National Championship. I'm assuming Herbie and Reese Davis have. I'm sure they're going to have Ole Miss, Georgia. What is Shannon Dawson doing here? I'm confused. Middle of the field's wide open. Don't necessarily like that play call, but I think you go for it here. You're too far to kick a field goal. Too far to kick a field goal, and okay. I bet it's a quick out, speed out. Bang. Imagine that. That was the matchup they wanted. They wanted a quick speed out. That's why they lined up in bunch. Front guy takes him. Can't close it off because he knows where he's going. Who called timeout? Day? Or is it 2 minute timeout? Yeah. 2 minute timeout. Also, if you're new here, do us the biggest favor, hit that like and subscribe button. Appreciate everybody who does that. All 345 of you tuning in across all platforms. What else do we got cooking here? Get that in there. Close that. Open this. Paste that. Throw that in there. See what we got. See what it comes up to. Okay. That's an interesting way to sell a TurboTax commercial, but okay. I get it. That's what they wants to do, but 2 minute timeout. I'm sure we'll have a media timeout by the end of it. I don't think that, but then again, I think it would be in TV's best interest to get this running, to get this game over before, I would say before midnight, so it's not bleeding over into the New Year's stuff. But as we can see, the TV network probably doesn't give a rat's ass about none of that. So yeah, there's that. Just looking at some other stuff. All right. Okay, we're back at it now. He might as well have been the primary receiver on that pick 6. And again. Got to block another one. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 spammers. Beck. Oh, Carson Beck gets sacked. Did he hang on to the football? Is the question now. Ohio State calls timeout. Yeah, kind of. He kind of had 2 options, but he didn't. I guess that was a smart move to eat that one. Showing tomorrow's slate. All right. Here we go. Minute 54 left. 2nd and 14. What do you like? Sonny Styles blows that up in the backfield. Yeah, it's going to be fascinating. I think that takes Miami out of field goal range, to be honest. Yeah, they're back at like the 42. I think they got to at least for Mario to feel comfortable kicking a field goal, you got to get 10 at least. Sonny Styles, 74 tackles, most without a missed tackle in FBS entering tonight. Yeah, he's going to be playing on Sundays. Block O guy. Yeah, he'll be there on Sunday. Okay. Career long. That's 5 yards. Uh-oh, didn't get the timeout as they wanted. Goes up top. No dice. Miami punt incoming. Trying the freshman Sanchez. All right. 6 total punts in this game. Oh, 7. Where are you going to... Oh, and he catched it on the 2. What a special teams play by Miami. Even though he ran out of bounds. And Miami gets down and covers it. Assuming he's an Aussie punter. 2016 Fiesta Bowl the last time. Oh, wow. Shout out to Ed Warner. Maybe the Buckeyes can get something done here. Nothing doing on the ground. Just absolutely nothing. Who took timeout? Miami? Realistically, if Day's got to get a first down. Because you can't let Miami make you punt. And if they make you punt, they could have a field goals on the table for them. Just guys running free coming at Julian Sand. Yes, that's a first down. Oh, they're not giving him the first down? Okay. I was about to say, I was going to be like, ooh, no first down? Yikes. Ohio State's got one timeout left. You just can't let Miami stop you behind the chains because they are chomping at the bit to get the ball back. So I'm assuming Day's in hurry up mode, at least trying to play for a field goal. Bang. Goes quick. Got to get out of bounds. So they're almost up to the 40. I think this might be some trying to keep Julian Sand in a rhythm here, just to march it down to get a field goal. Oh, they were about to hold it because Ohio State subbed. Pressure. Okay, another first down. I don't think Ohio State isn't subbing, so I think Day's going hurry up, trying to get the field goal or trying to make. Oh, is that a fumble or is that an incompletion? Brandon Ennis making the flag signal. Don't know what he was wanting. Oh, he wanted him because he threw him on the ground, but he didn't know if he had the ball or not. Because if they would have got a personal foul, that would definitely one play and put him in field goal range. They're pointing the blitzers out. .49 ticks left. Do not be shocked if you have a defender here come up lame. Wouldn't be shocked by that. Can't take a sack. Okay. Another first down, Ohio State. Hell of a way to get rid of it by saying there. What was that? Miami burns their final timeout to give their guys a blow, which I don't necessarily don't disagree with. I mean, it's only 2 touchdowns, and I mean, you have Jeremiah Smith. 2 throws, and you're right back in this thing. That's realistically what you're looking at. I don't know if Dave will get greedy and take a shot or not, but he might. He might. We'll have to see here. Also, for all you folks out there watching, should I open the phone lines in the second half, a little pre-show action? Pre-post game show action. I might open them depending on what you guys want. Oh no. Day calls timeout with 15 seconds left. All right, Jaden Fielding time. Day played for the field goal. He got what he wanted. On this final drive, Miami's defense looks tired. They do look tired. Not going to lie to you on that one. Okay. Miami 3 sacks in the first half. They isn't going to run a play, is he? Oh, dude. You either got to get out of bounds or throw it away. You cannot take a. You cannot. Oh, wow. With the way Miami's been coming after you, I wouldn't even risked it. I'd have just kicked the damn thing and said the hell with it. Because Ruben Bain is coming off that edge. They're not going to run another one, are they? You only got 10 seconds left. Day has no timeouts. Six seconds, kick the damn field goal. And that's bizarre to me. .49 yards. He kicked a 49-yarder at Purdue. Over. And he fucking misses it. 1 second left. All of that hard work for nothing. Had the distance. He just hooked it. Mm. All right, that's halftime. Miami's pumped going in, as they should be. They played a great half of football. So we will be back after halftime. All right, I'll see you guys in a few. All right, we are back. Kickoff has commenced. Excuse me, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what this turns into. Miami up 14-0. Was contemplating opening the phone line. If you guys would like the phone line open, I can drop the number and we can talk through it some in the third quarter here. Ohio State starts with it, so we'll see what they can come up with. Can Ryan Day put some points up? And there we go. Bo Jackson out to a dashing start. Oh, what was I going to do? Oh, yeah, I know what I was going to do. Give me 1 second. Let me pause this for a second. Sorry about that, but Buckeyes come out running the football. Looking good. At least they're not trying to run fucking stretch anymore. So there's that. Waiting on it. Here we go. Play action. It looked like Sayan was loading up to take a big shot, but he didn't. Let me put the spectacles on. So there's that. That's what we got going. Clean them damn things. All right. Can Julian Sayan pull him out of this? That's the question. Can he pull him out of this? You're only down 14. If you read Twitter, you would think it's over. But that's the key right there. Bo Jackson, the freshman. Guy is running like a man. So, also, any score predictions at all? If it wasn't for that last guy, he would have been gone. He was out the gate for the most part, blocked up great, and 2 missed tackles, and he was there. Yeah, Sayan sacked again. Oh, jeez. And they even held like hell on that one. That's the crazy thing. They held the shit out of the 2 DNs. The tackles were holding like crazy. Luke Montgomery just grabs him. Some people would say that's not a hold, but nah. Miami's 4th sack. Ohio State they cannot afford to give the ball back to Miami here. Because if it ticks under, yeah, that's kind of the name of the game. Throw it to 4. I don't get it, but get the ball to the guys that are the playmakers. I mean, that's just kind of where I'm at on it. So, where are we at? Saying under center. 2 tight ends. Run play. Although I am going to say, it looks like this turf at Dallas is super slick because basically from what I've seen, it looks like a whole bunch of these guys are just slipping and sliding around out there. Oh, man. Just seeing a lot of shifting, pointing stuff out. I think at halftime they might have got on the board and figured something out on the. Now that was blocked up really well. Carnell Tate with the big play. What'd they do? 5-man protection. They had Carnell Tate lined up in the backfield, swing pass, screen. That's a good play. 2 tight ends as blockers on DBs. Miami had to do everything they could like hell to get out there and cause havoc on that. Have to remember that play for later. Stacked in the backfield, Carnell Tate. And they're coming after him. Ooh, Kazimarak just blown up. But Ohio State is second and goal, so Buckeyes are moving the football better than what they have all game. Because I think they're only going to get maybe 2 to 3 more opportunities, and they have to cash in. I know some people will probably disagree with that, but they have to cash in. Also, if you're new to the program, do us the biggest favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Post-game shows up. Going to be up probably 10 minutes after this goes final. Also, if you're new here, drop your score prediction in the comments. Also, let me know, do you think we should open the phone lines early and let you guys talk? We can talk through it, or does everybody just want to watch on pins and needles? Until somebody says yes, definitely do it. I'll call in, then I'll drop the number. If not, you're going to have to wait until the post-game show. Bo Jackson, I don't think they're calling it a touchdown. Okay, hurry up and get the extra point team out there and kick the damn thing. The problem you have when it comes to stuff like this is, can Miami answer it? Can Miami ring the bell? Nope, he wasn't down. That's a touchdown. I thought his knee might have been down, but the angle I got was false advertising. So Bo Jackson, very critical on that drive. Let's see what that drive was. That was the best drive that they've had all night for the Buckeyes, play-by-play. Ohio State, 11 plays, 82 yards, 649. Extra point is good. Because it started kickoff, run, pass, run, sack, pass, run, touchdown, run. So, although I do like that double stacked Carnell Tate in the backfield that they flexed the 2 tight ends out. I'm seeing it now. There's people saying they're betting Ohio State money line because it's plus money. A lot of tweets coming out on the Buckeye side, pro Buckeye thing that I'm seeing right now. Just looking at Twitter. Just trying to check some other stuff here. But yeah, I appreciate everybody who's hanging out on this New Year's Eve. So there's that. Also, if you can do us the biggest favor, hit that like and subscribe button. Also, should I open the phone lines now before the post-game show? Because it's going to be tough if Miami comes out and scores. That's what's going to make it rough. What am I looking for here? All right, here we go. All right. Okay. So we're locked in. Ohio State comes out and scores quick, which I'm not shocked that Day would do that. Although I think they're going to hurry the second half along. I think you're going to see less media timeouts. Unless it gets super close and contentious. Because their big thing is they want this done. You have the trophy presentation and all of that hoopla to go. That's a touchback. So how does Miami respond? How does Miami respond? One of the McAfee crew caught the punt. All right. Carson Beck back at it. Can Miami respond here? That's their consummate running the football. I think it was another, 5 yards on that one? And New Year's is upon us. I would say this game will probably get over at the better part of 11. Ooh, batted ball, 3rd and 5. I think the tide is turning. Yep, got his hand up on it. McDonald. Got that big meat hook up there. Okay. Carson Beck. So there's that. Another Miami first down. That's the thing that Miami does better than anybody. It is getting contentious out there. Igbinosun had his nose in there. They're letting him play so far. Okay. What do we have? Oh, no. Caleb Downs hangs on. I'm telling you that Miami rushing attack is drawing it up. Boom to there. Bang. Took Sonny out of it. Downs was the last line of defense. Miami in Buckeye territory. All right, here we go. Okay. Ohio State averaging eight points a game and gave up 14 tonight. They're getting ready to surpass all of their season averages. Ooh, Beck gets swallowed up. All right, here we go. All right, 3rd and 9. Oh, no, that's a fumble, and he picks it up and almost gets the first down. Wow. And he just scooped it up and took off. The awareness. All right, I consider this a win for the Buckeyes. And it's good. 17-7. Mario Cristobal is pumped about a field goal. All right, hold on 1 second. All right, we're back. So Miami takes what was that? Miami takes a 10-point lead. I guess we'll see where this whole thing shakes out, but it would be in Day's best interest to go down and get a field goal. To keep it 100. Also, if you're new here, do us the biggest favor and hit that like and subscribe button. After that, 10 minutes after the game is over, we are going to do a post-game show, and the phone lines will be open. We're going to end. We're up to 2 hours, 10 minutes. On the old stream tonight. So there's that. Appreciate everybody who's tuned in tonight. And we're back to Jerry World. We'll see how this whole thing shakes out. I think if you're a Buckeye fan, you have to be feeling confident. You held on that drive to not allow them to get a touchdown. Malachi Toney going in the 10th. See what that brings for their offense. I think he might be out of the tent now, so I think they checked him out. I'm not shocked that we have a whale of a game for the Cotton Bowl, and that's a fair catch, and there we are. And then we got 3 of them to do tomorrow. You got Texas Tech, Oregon at noon. God damn. Just getting spammed to death. All right. Media timeout. Media timeout after media timeout. Awesome. So we're going to have to I don't know. Just trying to yeah, I'm just yeah, a lot of people piling on the Ohio State kicker. Huh. A lot of Undertaker memes popping up on the Buckeye side of Twitter. All right. Okay, here we go. I get it. They pay the bills, but damn it, man. That's funny. All right. So we should be back for a fairly decent amount of time here, I would think. Oh, they're showing the pass play. Ohio State fighting to go back to back. I think as long as they're having success on pounding the rock, they should keep doing it. So, Miami's got a defender down. All right. Looks like an ankle. Oh, looks like he bound up that ankle pretty good. No, they're showing the Ray Lewis. Wow, they're hitting a media timeout. Oh my, that is. We had the field goal media timeout, kickoff media timeout, injury media timeout. Oh, this is brutal. I'm gonna have to tweet about this. This is what is it? 3 minutes and 55 seconds. So 4 minutes. We've had 3 plays and 12 minutes of commercial. College football, you got to get this together. I get it, it's an injury, but you didn't have to go media timeout. Just brutal. This is brutal. Huh. This is unbelievable. I cannot believe all of the media timeouts we have going today. Hold on a second. All right, we're back. All right, here we go. Ohio State comes out, moving the ball down the field. Coming up on the end of the third quarter here almost. All right, so what do the Buckeyes got? Stuffed. Okay, saying Ennis. All right, another 1st and 10. All right, here we go. Ending minute of the 3rd quarter. I think they'll get one more playoff before the end of the 3rd. Post game show allegedly supposed to be at 11:30, but we will bump and move that as need be. Jeremiah Smith. Mm, what a catch. Oof. The Miami sideline was lobbying for PI. So Ohio State deep in Miami territory. Miami defender down. Don't do it to us. He's on the sideline. Don't do it. Okay. Okay. Jeremiah Smith, 5 catches, 127 yards, averaging 25.4 yards a catch. For Miami, that is a problem because he can beat you by himself. Oh, wow. I'm telling you, you're not going to be able to spread Miami out, and they are quick sideline to sideline. All right, that's the end of the 3rd quarter. Yeah. Man. All right, where are we at? We're at 2 hours and 23 minutes. We'll read some of what message board geniuses. Here's another one. Ohio State fans voicing displeasure with Day. Ooh wee. Portnoy Post. Portnoy is getting roasted in his posts on X right now. That is tough sledding for old Davy boy. Ooh wee. Some of these stats are not the Ohio State people are complaining about the kicker still being in the game. Don't know what to tell you on that one. What does Portnoy put out? Davey Boy's been quiet on the old Twitterverse. Which, if I was him, I would be too. At the moment. All right, here it is. Start of the fourth quarter. Since 2019, when trailing after 3 quarters, Ryan Day is 1-7. Not a good stat. All right, here we go. Oh, there goes that. Ooh. Okay. Had that blocked up pretty good. Bo hits the hole. Tries to spin. Hit him right in the hip. I bet that did not feel good. All right, here we go. What is Sane doing? 3rd and 3. Had to check to a run. Doesn't get it. Ohio State. Ryan Day, please kick a field goal. Or is he going to go for it here? He's staring at the play sheet. He's going for it. This is a big balls move here. Oh, there it is. PI. I think that's going to be offensive PI. Oh, defensive PI. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Chris Olave on the sideline. Jaden Fielding, extra point good. Buckeyes down a field goal. Hell of a throw and catch by the Buckeyes. All right, here we go. Here we go. Hmm. Hmm. All right. Sorry about that. Had to watch a video. I didn't want to get copyright. All right. Post game show going to be 10 minutes after the final whistle. It's going to. T Bob writes on the old Twittersphere, Buckeyes have ripped away the game from Miami's clutches, even though they aren't in the lead at this moment. I feel like it's their game to lose. Miami can answer the counterpunch haymaker, but the same way Ohio State has. Mm. All right, here we go. All right, kickoff ensuing. All right. Can Miami answer the bell? Is the big thing. All right. Miami kind of looked shaky on offense last drive. We'll see if they can go down and punch this one in because they absolutely need to, or it's over. Call on the dogs and piss on the fires. Ohio State 157 yards of offense to Miami's 43 and a field goal. Beck loads up. Wow, no PI. Ooh wee. The Miami sideline is going crazy, I bet. He couldn't catch the ball because Sanchez was in the way. Ooh, that's not good. It's over. I don't know. I think it might be curtains. Might be curtains if they don't pick this up. Might be. I don't know. 3rd and 11. Where's Malachi Tony? Beck comes out of it. Ooh. That should be a first down. Carson Beck scrambles and goes after it. That is. He drug him across the line to gain, in my opinion. No body parts down by Beck. That's a first down. Caleb Downs shooting in there like a meat missile. All right. Winner of this game gets Ole Miss or Georgia. Out route. Okay. Miami's kind of in business, but another third down coming up. Not particularly great. Ryan Day is studying the play card. I'm assuming we are about to get in the bag. Okay. Oh, Beck. Ooh. No flag. No flag on the play. They are letting them play tonight, boys. All right, it comes down. Can Miami's defense get a stop? Kind of a line drive punt. Caleb Downs lets it go. Mm. 10 minutes left. Are we getting another? God damn, dude. Unbelievable. Another media timeout. Okay. All the Buckeye people are ooh. All right, hold on a second. Sorry about that, folks. Okay. Jeremiah Smith could possibly set the college football yardage record tonight, most likely on this drive. If they throw him a bomb ski. Here we go. Buckeyes start with it. A lot of nervous looking Miami fans out in the crowd. Optimism on the Buckeye side. A lot of Ohio State fans doing the breaking of the U. Kagamarak. Big play on the first down. Or was that Kazmarek? Yeah, I should probably call him his real name. Hell of a play on that one. Post-game show is going to be about 15 minutes. Going to be about 15 minutes. Julian saying 9 of 9, 116 yards, 1 tutty. I think Miami might be in trouble. All right, got to keep an eyeball on that clock. 9:24 left. That's where we're at. Also, if you're new here, do us the biggest favor and hit that like and subscribe button. That helps us grow the platform big time. We're on the road to 500. Same play. Oh no, Julian Sayin just gets mudded. Yikes. The 7th floor crew coming after him. 70 just laid out like he was dead. No idea what Michael Irvin is doing. But ESPN loves showing a Fox employee on. That's the equalizer right there. 3rd and 15. Throw it to 4. I mean, I'm not the biggest football savant, but throw it to 4, would you? Just give him enough time to get it to 4. Oh, yeah. And he's from Florida. That makes it even better. Ooh, I don't know what Julian was doing on that one. Hey, that guy in the gray pants on the sideline, dude. Buy some bigger shorts. Those are a little tight, my friend. A little bit of a misfire coming up 2nd and 10. Michael Irvin's barking. I did hear him mouth, "We got to stop number 4." So that's coming up. Oh, I think that's a hold. I don't think that matters. I think that's a hold. Yep. 10-yard penalty coming back. I mean, it was a hell of a job. Hell of a job to get rid of that by Julian Sayin. 2nd and 20. I mean, they just converted a 3rd and 15, so keep your eyeballs on 4. Don't watch the ball, just watch where 4 goes. I'm just telling you, I've watched enough Buckeye football to realize 3rd and 20, they'll get 10 of it, and I think Day will go for it. I don't think Day's going to punt this ball if they don't get it. The only thing that'll make him probably punt it is if they get a sack on this drive or this play. If they get a sack, I think this is the ball game right here. He's going to have to punt it. No positive yards. You're going to have to punt here. But you got to remember, this is a first-year starter. You need... Watch the fake. Watch the fake. Okay. Uh-oh. Penalty marker. Booming punt. Of course, Miami fair caught it. What's the penalty marker? Is it going to be illegal formation? Illegal formation, Mario. Make them punt it again. Too many men in the backfield. Make them punt it again. Whenever they go to commercial, I've got to step away for a moment. Make him punt it again. Six minutes. Miami can burn that. Day's pissed because I think he's got to punt it again. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought Miami would make him punt it again. Just catch the damn thing. So that's a 20-yard difference. When they go to media timeout, I'll be right back, folks. Okay? Be right back here with you. Got to go check on some stuff. But that was a hell of a swing right there. Instead of Miami getting it at the 10, they're going to have it at the 30. So there is that. I will be right back. All right, sorry about that. We are back. Appreciate all 498 of you in here. Trying to think of when we're going to trying to get this. Okay. I got to get the time spaced out right for the post-game show, and the phone lines will be open. So here we go. Also appreciate the folks subscribing. That helps us a ton. On the road to 500. Appreciate every single one of you. Post-game show It says 11:30, but it's going to be like 15 minutes after this goes final. So there is that. Big thing is that Miami needs like 3 or 4 first downs and it's done. It's cooked chicken. Or what'd that kid say from Oakland? It's barbecue chicken. So paying attention to the clock is the utmost priority here. That is not how you want to start that out. That is not it. Just head up and insert. This is what won Miami the game against A&M. Getting ready to tick under 5 minutes. This is not ideal. Not ideal at all for the Buckeye side of things. Okay. Here we are. Carson back. Looks like it's going to be about 3rd and 4, but it keeps the clock going. So this is going to take it under 4 minutes. Patricia scanning personnel. All right. Here it is. Oh, that's a big completion. That is huge. That is a huge completion. Let me. I gotta adjust the time on the other on the post game show. We'll move it down to 11:05 there. But directly after this, about 10-15 minutes, we are going to go live. Phone lines will be open. Oh, that is just not what you want to do if you're Ohio State. Okay, how'd they block that? Caden Curry went in. Oh, boy, not ideal for the Buckeyes. Only 84 yards rushing tonight. Give up 141. Okay, it's going to be about 2nd and 8 after the 2-minute timeout. The message board is going to be exploding. Oh, go blue. OSU sucks. How much time is left? They just hit the 2-minute timeout in about also James Young after um about 15 minutes after the final whistle, the the post game show is going to start, and the phone lines will be open. We got uh we'll have that going on. Especially if you're new here, do us the biggest favor, hit that like and subscribe button. We just hitting the media timeouts just right. Huh. All right. What are we looking at here? A lot of Buckeye folks trying to be optimistic. I've been streaming the whole game. Miami better not blow it. Damn near lost my voice. Would have tuned in for the whole show, but went into work. Scooter went to work, huh? To do what? I don't know. Nothing. Hmm. Well, just looking at the old. Oh, wow. There's a lot of folks upset. All right. Here it is. 2 minutes for the Cotton Bowl. Two minutes for the Cotton Bowl. And Miami is just dredging. They take a timeout? Yeah. Trying to salvage some of it. My guy Scott with his hairless cat is not an Ohio State fan. This has been a wild turn of events, I will say. Appreciate all 508 people in here. Post game show is going to be about 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes after this stream ends. We're going to open the phone lines, take your calls, whatever you want to say. It'll be on a first come, first serve basis. Basically, I'm out of beer, so got to run and go get some. Pretty sure Miami covered on the points tonight. That was what my old TikTok was. Am I short? Oh, first down and some. That's a backbreaker. Day's got to call a timeout. Day's got to call a timeout. Bang, Malachi Tony with the block. Springs him, tunnel screen, first down, Canes. $146. How about this? I think we'll just start the post game at 11. We got Buckeye folks hitting the turnstiles. Post game show is going to start at 11. Hooker by crook. How about that? Buckeye fans hitting the turnstiles. Beat the traffic. Day can only stop the clock one more time. Is he not going to burn his timeout? Nope. Probably wait until third down. He's got to run a play. Yep, they let him score. Beck versus Georgia would be interesting. Ball game. Oh, yeah, Niner gang. Oh, yeah. Post-game show is going to start in 15 minutes. After this goes final, we'll fire up the post-game show. Also, if you're new here, like the content, hit that like and subscribe button. We're going to be doing this all day tomorrow. The only game that's going to have a full-fledged post-game call-in show is going to be Georgia Ole Miss because it's the last game of the night. In the two previous streams, phone lines will be open. Phone lines will be open start of the second half. I think they let them score. That was the strategy, but you're down 2 scores. That field goal was huge. That's what it is. The field goal was huge, but you know, there's a lot of things that you could point out here. As far as Miami, as far as Ohio State. Miami. Day's post-game press conference going to be interesting. We'll see if anybody holds him to an answer, but I doubt it. A lot of the folks on the Ohio State beat aren't going to do that. They'll just, what do you think you could have done different? Well, you know, nothing answer. Backed by nothing answer. Backed by nothing answer. So, Cristobal just... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Because the Miami fans ain't going to give a rat's ass about that Georgia Tech game that he blew. They ain't going to give a rat's ass about none of that. So, but also, nobody listened to me when I said Miami's defense is real. Hey, their pass rush is elite. Day's got a timeout in the back pocket. I would not be shocked if there ain't a fight after this game. Wouldn't be. And the thing of it is that the biggest winner out of this whole thing is Heartline is thinking, man, oof. That's a pick. It's over. It's over. The Miami Hurricanes are going to beat the Ohio State Buckeyes. Day making Heartline look like a genius. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And that's how it ends. Wonder if my amigo is at this game. Did they call timeout? Wow. They just put a Fox employee on ESPN. Somebody is going to get talked to about that one. Okay. All right. As an IU fan, I'd much rather play Miami than Ohio State. Well, we're about to talk about this on the post-game show. So that's going to start at 11 o'clock sharp. Everybody that's tuned in here, just funnel on over there, and we will see you in about 10 minutes. So have a good night, everybody. Be safe out there. Holiday night, New Year's Eve coming up. We're about to do the post-game show. We will see you in a few. Laters.